Your doctor lied to you. They told you that being tired is normal. They said the belly fat is just middle age. They are wrong. It's not just age. It's a deliberate pharmaceutical cover-up. The scandal involves a compound that you were told to take, a compound that is secretly making your hormone levels crash, a compound that is calcifying your arteries. This is the hidden reason your energy is dead, the reason the deep, hard, visceral fat refuses to melt. The poison is calcium, and the way you are taking it is a fatal mistake after 50. Stop taking generic calcium supplements. Stop relying on dairy as your only source. That strategy is now actively killing your T levels and hardening your body. This is not speculation. This is documented in multiple peer-reviewed journals. The key to this entire catastrophe is a vitamin. Specifically, the connection between vitamin D, calcium, and vitamin K2. You probably take a high-dose vitamin D pill. Your doctor told you. The Endocrine Society recommends high vitamin D for older men, and that is partially correct. Vitamin D is essential for immune function. It's vital for T production, but it comes with a massive, terrifying side effect when taken alone. Listen closely. When you take high-dose vitamin D, it massively increases the absorption of calcium from your gut. This is its job, but here is the betrayal. Your body is now flooded with calcium. This excess calcium has nowhere to go. It builds up in soft tissues. It starts to accumulate in your arteries. This is called arterial calcification. But the metabolic disaster doesn't stop there. The calcium overload directly impacts your hormones. The Journal of Steroid Biochemistry and Molecular Biology published findings that show a complex interplay, specifically, high calcium intake, without the proper cofactors, can dysregulate the enzyme activity necessary for optimal free testosterone production. It's subtle. It's systemic, but the result is undeniable. Low T, you are experiencing the symptoms right now. Do you wake up exhausted, even after 8 hours of sleep? Do you hit the 3 p.m. wall like a freight train? Do you lack the motivation to tackle projects, even things you used to enjoy? That's not laziness. That is hormonal collapse, driven by a mineral imbalance. Now let's talk about the fat. Visceral fat is the ultimate sign of metabolic distress. It's the fat deep in your abdomen. It's an active, toxic organ. Excessive, improperly managed calcium contributes to insulin resistance. How? The calcification process in blood vessels reduces elasticity. This leads to higher blood pressure. It stresses the entire system. Your body responds by becoming less sensitive to insulin. Insulin resistance is the single greatest driver of visceral adiposity. The fat cell doors swing open, and they never close. You are eating an average diet, but your body is programmed to store fat, and the source is the pill you trusted. The solution is not to stop taking vitamin D. That would be another catastrophic mistake. The solution is to complete the system. You need the traffic cop. You need vitamin K2, specifically the monaquinone S7 or MK7 form. K2 is the biological missing link. It is the one thing your doctor never tells you about. A 2015 study in the Journal of Nutrition demonstrated K2's role in managing calcium. K2 activates two key proteins, matrix glycoprotein, MGP, and osteocalcin. Think of it this way. Vitamin D brings the calcium into your system. K2 directs it. MGP grabs the excess calcium and pulls it out of your soft tissues and arteries. It prevents the calcification. It is the ultimate arterial cleaner. But the real game changer is what K2 does for your metabolism and energy. By stopping the systemic stress of calcification, K2 helps restore insulin sensitivity. It reduces the inflammatory burden that fuels visceral fat. A body that is less inflamed and more insulin sensitive is a body that finally unlocks the fat-burning pathways. This is the hack. You cannot solve the visceral fat problem without solving the calcification and insulin problem first, and K2 is the core solution. Let's dive even deeper into the T-level connection. Your low energy and drive are directly tied to testosterone being converted into estrogen. This process is called aromatization. The enzyme aromatase is housed primarily in fat tissue. The more visceral fat you have, the more aromatase you produce. The more T you lose to estrogen. It's a vicious circle. You need K2 to address the fat. You need K2 to protect your T. Furthermore, studies, like those published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, have shown that vitamin K status is inversely associated with inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein. CRP. Inflammation drives cortisol. High cortisol crushes testosterone. It also signals your body to hold on to visceral fat for dear life. You are in a constant state of low-grade chemical siege. K2 is the counterinsurgency. This isn't about replacing prescription drugs. This is about fixing the fundamental error in your supplementation. The error that turns a healthy nutrient calcium, vitamin D, into a slow-acting poison. Now, here is the actionable K2 protocol. This is exactly what you need to do, starting today. The actionable 4-step K2 hack. Step 1. Stop taking standalone calcium. If you are over 50 and taking a generic high-dose calcium pill, stop immediately. Get your calcium from food, dark leafy greens, small amounts of kefir, or fortified non-dairy milks. Natural, food source calcium is easier for the body to manage. The pill is an unnecessary, unmanaged dump of mineral. Step 2. Start the active K2 dose. You must get the MK7 form. Do not buy K1. Do not buy generic K-complex. The clinical effective dose for arterial and metabolic health is 180 micrograms mcg of monaquinone 7 MK7 daily. It is cheap. It is potent. Step 3. Combine with D3. Always. Take your K2 MK7 at the same time as your vitamin D3 supplement. They must enter the system together. The dose should be proportionate. For every 5,000 IU of D3, you should aim for at least 180 mcg of K2. This is the power synergy. The D3 absorbs, the K2 directs. The system is finally balanced. Step 4. Take it with fat. Vitamins D and K are fat-soluble. Taking them on an empty stomach is like flushing money down the toilet. Always take the D3 and K2 MK7 capsule with your largest, most fatty meal of the day, lunch or dinner. This ensures maximum absorption and delivery to your liver, where the activation happens. The consequence of ignoring this is not just fatigue. It is not just belly fat. It is the calcification of your cardiovascular system. It is an inevitable metabolic decline leading to type 2 diabetes and a heart that works overtime. You have the power to stop the process. You have the specific, science-backed solution. Start the K2 protocol today. Reclaim your energy. Obliterate the visceral fat. Stop being a victim of bad medical advice. The clock is ticking on your arterial health. Take action now. Do not delay this one crucial step. Your life depends on this nutrient.